my name is Trucker Ray. Welcome. Glad to have you here. If you're viewing for the very first time, I share my experiences driving the highways of North America, and I love to share the gospel of Yeshua, Jesus Christ our Lord. That's right. I show what it's really like out here as a truck driver. I would say I live out of my truck I do live out of my truck. I think I'm only out of it maybe once or twice a month, and that's about it. So if you really want to know what it's like to live on the road as a truck driver, you found the right channel. And if you've been here before, my regular faithful YouTubers, welcome back. Good to have you here. Well, my friends, we are on another cycle. Yes, we are. And this time we are on our way to Quebec again. And try not to make these trips as much as I need to. Or did I say that right? I try not to make these trips. But I guess once or twice a year is good. It's okay. Last time I went to Montreal, for those of you that watched it, it was okay, except there was a massive language barrier. Yeah, it was a bit of a pain in the butt. But where am I going? I am going to Mount Royal, Quebec, which is literally, you might as well just say in the middle of Montreal. Where am I delivering to? Kraft, Heinz, Canada. That's right. So if you've been there before, that's where I'm going. And I'm looking forward to the trip, actually, as much as I don't like driving in Quebec very much. Driving through Ontario, I really do love. Especially, I'm going to be heading down a route that I have not gone before. Normally, I'll do 17, and then from Sudbury, I'll drop down into Toronto, etc. This time, I am going to be staying on 17, going to the northern parts of Ontario, and I'll be making my way right past Ottawa. That's right. So it should be very interesting. The countryside, I'm hoping, should be very beautiful. I always love traveling and driving in areas I have not been before, so I'm really looking forward to it. So, and I hope you guys are too. I really am. And this trip should, I don't know, may end in Calgary, but I don't know yet. We'll see. Because I have yet to be home in over a month. So by the time this trip is over, it'll be time to go home and see if my car still starts. I would like to open up in prayer if you guys would like to join me. Dear Heavenly Father, I thank you, Lord, for another day. I thank you, Lord, for this opportunity to drive through some beautiful countryside. Lord, I ask that you protect me, watch over the animals on the road, protect them from my vehicle, Lord, the other truck drivers, the other motorists, and everyone watching this channel, Lord, I pray that you would bless them. A special blessing, Lord. My regular subscribers and, of course, the new people to the channel, would you bless them, Lord, with the content of this video. And would you watch over my family members, those that are dear to my heart, my friends, and, of course, Lord, my precious YouTubers. Would you bless them all in the name of Yeshua, and I pray this in Yeshua's name. Amen. Amen. All right. For those of you that, I don't know why this person's braking through a green light. I know I shouldn't have merged. I was in the intersection there. I think she looks a little confused there. She's like this. Maybe a little nervous behind the wheel. And she's got her wide wipers on too. So I don't think it's not raining out. Anyway, enough of that, Ray. Okay, so for those of you that were following along on my last video, before I was heading into Winnipeg, I mentioned that I was going to have some adjustments made on the computer on the truck, to eliminate this annoying collision mitigation thing, because when you're in traffic and you're in congested traffic, it just beeps constantly. Well, they did the adjustments, and it's very, very nice, because I think I literally have to be this close to somebody before it starts going off. So I'm very grateful they turned that off, and now I can have a peaceful drive. Especially when you're in traffic. It can be a little bit annoying. The system is still on, it still works, it still does everything, but it's not as sensitive, which is good. I think you got to be a full tractor trailer length before it starts going off, which is what you're supposed to be a distance from anyway. So especially if you're on the main road. If you're on the interstate or on a highway, I would usually do 2 or 3. So, but anyhow, there you have it, my dear friends. So we are on our way to Montreal, Quebec, and glad to have you along for the ride. I really am. outside of Dryden, just east of Dryden, Ontario. And I'm noticing that the leaves are starting to change colors out here. You don't see that yet. And like when I was down in Minnesota, you don't see that. They're still very, very green. But up here, they're changing colors now already. And you're starting, I can notice it. You can see how some of them are like a lighter green. My favorite time of the year. I absolutely love watching the leaves change color. It's beautiful to look at. I got a guy right on my tail. A flat deck driver. He's right on my tail. He's so close to me I can't even see his truck. I don't know why people drive like that. Just looking for an accident. And he's got an oversized load on too by the looks of it. But anyway.
Beautiful here. You can't hear anything. You can't hear any cars. It's almost eerie. You don't even hear any birds. It's amazing. These are the opportunities that you have to take when you're at a rest area in a if you don't take these opportunities to enjoy God's beautiful land, can't always be in a rush. And that's the way my life has always been. Rush. Get to point A to point B. You know what? I'm starting to learn to relax a little bit and to enjoy life a little bit more. What is it going to hurt to take an extra 5 to 10 minutes out of your morning just to enjoy God's beautiful creation? Well, I'm going to stop. I don't know how you say it. Kapaskasing or something like that is the name of this town. I don't know. I think I went in the wrong way here. Oh well. I will do what I can here. But I'm going to top up my fuel here. Yeah, I definitely went in the wrong way. Just going to top up my fuel because the next stop, I believe, is in Montreal, and that's going to be a little time before I get... Well, I got about 13 hours to get there. I got plenty of fuel to do it. But just want to make sure I got enough. Whatever circumstance. Oh, I got the first lane here. How about that? Gotta like that. Okay.
Well, my friends, getting a nice truck wash. I'm about 34 minutes outside of North Bay, Ontario, and that's probably where I'm going to stop tonight. There isn't very many other options along Highway 17 except a few rest areas, but I have never been to the rest areas before, so I really don't know if they're actual rest areas for just four-wheelers or if you can get a truck in there, because I've driven past quite a few rest areas that you can't get a truck in. So I don't know if I want to risk that. So I figured, yeah, might as well stop in North Bay. At least I know there's some truck parking in there. There's a couple truck stops. Well, at least one as you're making your way into town. And then there's another one on the other side of town, but I'll be taking Highway 17. So I only have the one option. And as I was telling you last night, that I don't like driving any more than I need to on these highways at night. Just because the wildlife just pops right out at you, and yeah, you hit a moose, hit anything out here, your truck is done. It's all fiberglass. No moose bumper, nothing to save your butt. So I won't be risking that. My appointment was moved to 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. So I'll have at least 6 hours to get there. I'll have plenty of time to get to where I need to go. So I should be okay. Why, good morning, everyone. Yes, we're just about ready to leave, or should I say we are leaving. Still in North Bay, just leaving North Bay, Ontario. And we had pretty decent sleep last night. I would say good solid 8 hours, which I'm really happy about. And had breakfast this morning at this restaurant. It wasn't too bad. I had an omelet. And it wasn't bad. The service was very, very friendly too. Nice people in here. I would definitely come back. I would definitely come back. But looks like we're gonna have a beautiful day today. And I'm okay with that because, oh boy, we sure could use some nice sunshine today. I just feel like it. Oh, we need the sunshine. And you can tell that we're going south because the sun is over there. And we're going to be turning left up here at about 1.5 miles, so yeah. I'm looking forward to this morning because we're going to have a chance to drive through Ottawa. I have never driven that way before, along Highway 17 that goes by Ottawa. And then we have a chance to go into Montreal again. It's not that I don't like Montreal. I guess the part that I don't like is when you're in certain parts of Quebec. Montreal's not so bad. But when you're in certain parts of Quebec, people just don't make any effort to speak English. And they got to realize that we're all in Canada. What on earth is going on here? Why are they lining up there? Okay, I am going. I really hope I can go this way. I'm guessing I can. I see a no truck thing. I'm like, what is going on here? Oh, well, we'll be all right. Yeah, so anyway, we'll be okay today. We'll get our load delivered, and then we'll make our way, and then when we're picking up a load, we'll be heading to Quebec City to some little place to pick up a bunch of empty honey containers. Probably what I'm shipping here right now. So there you have it. And that is North Bay, Ontario. Good morning, North Bay.
Hi there everyone, I am Trucker Ray. Welcome to another edition of Bible Break as we continue our series in the book of Revelation. Today, chapter 7, and things are starting to heat up. Now, there's also a little bit of controversy with chapter 7, at least with the Jehovah's Witnesses, as I mentioned before. They believe that they are the 144,000. If you've ever had a Jehovah's Witness talk to you, and if you've asked them about that, they will say that that's who they believe they are. And the big question I always have for them, if you convert me, does that mean I take your place? The translation they use to, I do believe it's from the same manuscript, is from the NIV. That's one of the reasons why I don't like the NIV. And so I'm also going to prove, I don't really know if this is even in their Bible. I have no idea. One of these days I'll have to look up a Jehovah's Witness Bible and see if this information's in here. Because if they believe this, if we go to chapter 14, which I'm going to jump ahead to chapter 14 and read a little bit out of it to prove to you that these 144,000 are Jewish men. So why don't we get started here? Chapter 7, the sealing of the 144,000. All right, so here we go. After these things I saw 4 angels standing at the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, on the sea, or any tree. Then I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was granted to harm the earth and the sea, saying, do not harm the earth, the sea, or the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God on their foreheads. And I heard the number of those who were sealed, 144,000 of the tribes of the children of Israel were sealed. So again, these are Jewish men from the 12 different tribes of Israel. I do not believe that the Jehovah's Witnesses started their religion in Israel. At least I don't think so. All right, so, and where am I? I'll do verse 4 again. And I heard the number of those who were sealed, 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel were sealed. Of the tribe of Judah, 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Reuben, 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Gad, 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Asher, 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Naphtali, 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Manasseh, 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Simeon, 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Levi, 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Issachar, 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Zebulun, 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Joseph, 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Benjamin, 12,000 were sealed. Why are they sealed? God is sealing the foreheads of these men because they're going to go throughout the whole earth and they're going to evangelize and preach the gospel. With that seal, no harm can come to them. No harm from the devil, no harm from the judgments that are going to come on the earth. That seal is going to protect them. Verse 9, after these things I looked, and behold, a great multitude which no one could number, of all nations, tribes, peoples, and tongues, standing before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes, with palm branches in their hands. This sounds like the church here. We've got a lot of people here. They're all clothed in white. And why do they have palm branches in their hands? What does that signify? Triumph, victory. That's what that means. That's what they did when Jesus came when he came in on the horse or on the donkey, I think it was, into Jerusalem. They were waving palm branches because they figured, here's our king, victory, triumph. Now we have a king for Israel. It wasn't quite their plans. That's not quite the way it went for them. Verse 10, and crying out with a loud voice, saying, salvation belongs to our God who sits on the throne and to the Lamb. All the angels stood around the throne, and the elders and the 4 living creatures, and fell on their faces before the throne and worshiped God, saying, Amen. Blessing and glory and wisdom, thanksgiving and honor and power and might be to our God forever and ever. Amen. Then one of the elders answered, saying to me, who are these arrayed in white robes, and where did they come from? And I said to him, sir, you know. So he said to me, these are the ones who come out of the great tribulation and washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. That's a lot of martyrs. And some people believe in a pre-trib rapture. Some people believe in a post-trib rapture. Some even believe in a mid. We also have to weigh in too that the 144,000, they're going to be going throughout the earth evangelizing. That's going to be a lot of ministry going on there. So I don't know whether you believe in a pre-trib or post-trib. You may think it's the church that's going through the Great Tribulation. But remember, Jesus also said, I come at a time when you least expect it. When there's peace and safety, then sudden destruction comes. So I guess you have to weigh in what you think is going to happen. I'd give my opinion on what I think of the pre-trib, but this could, and the pre-trib and post-trib, but I don't want to turn it into a debate. I just know that Jesus is coming at a time when we least expect it. So keep watching. He tells us to keep watching, and not just watching in the air. Oh, where is he? Is he up there? I think he means by watching what's going on around us. He also tells us to keep our eyes fixed on Israel. Because you just watch, look what's going on right now in Israel. You've got Iran, you've got Russia, you've got Turkey. All the main players of Gog and Magog, all getting ready to do something in Syria. Hey, Donald Trump didn't pull those troops out of Syria for no reason. God's using that man to prepare and set the stage for Gog and Magog. This will be a different video. You watch. Watch for it, should I say. All right, verse 15. Therefore, they are before the throne of God and serve him day and night in his temple, and he who sits on the throne and dwells among them. 16, they shall neither hunger anymore, nor thirst anymore. The sun shall not strike them, nor any heat. For the Lamb who is on the midst of the throne will shepherd them all, and lead them to living fountains of water, and God will wipe away every tear from their eyes. That's beautiful, isn't it? Wow. And we're not even in the millennial period. We're not even... It's going to be glorious. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Of the things that are going on in this earth, going on around this earth, like what we see unfolding in the U.S. with the political situation, and in the Middle East, and things, the way things are heating up in China and Korea. This is a scary time if you're not a believer. If you're not a believer, if you do not believe in Jesus Christ, if you've not given your life to him, this has got to be a really scary time for you. What's going to happen? If God takes his church before all of this unfolds, I hope you want to be on board with it. When does he take the church, Ray? Towards the end. I lean, and the reason why I don't want to say, okay, I'll just flat out say, I believe there's going to be a rapture of the church. When? I don't know. Is it going to be before the tribulation period? Is it going to be in the middle, before God pours out his wrath? When everything is going hunky-dory and the temple is built and everyone thinks everything's great? Or is it going to be at the end? We could turn this into a huge debate, but I don't want to say either, because I don't want to be accountable and responsible for leading anybody astray. If you want to know whether or not there's a pre-trib, to me there's just not enough evidence in the Bible to lay one, because Jesus in Revelation or the Bible does not say whether there's going to be a pre-trib, mid-trib, or post-trib. He says he returns at the last trumpet. Could be the mid-trib. Pray about it and see what God shares with you. All right, I said I was going to go into chapter 14 and quickly prove that the 144,000 are not Jehovah's Witnesses. So I'm going to read a little bit of chapter 14. Then I looked, and behold, a lamb standing on Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his Father's name written on their foreheads. And he heard a voice from heaven like the voice of many waters, and like the voice of loud thunder, and he heard the sound of a harpist playing their harps. They sang as it were a new song before the throne, before the four living creatures and the elders, and no one could learn that song except the 144,000 who were redeemed from the earth. These are the ones who are not defiled by women. Now, if these are Jehovah's Witnesses, they're all men. They're all men. So I guess the women don't go to heaven. So they're not defiled by women, for they are virgins. So not only are they men, they are virgins, and they're not defiled by women. So that is very clear. It couldn't be more clear. And if you are a Jehovah's Witness, I hope this really speaks to your heart and you see that these are Jewish men that are evangelizing around the earth who have not been defiled by women. These are virgins. These are the ones who follow the Lamb wherever he goes. These were redeemed from among men, being first fruits to God and to the Lamb. Here you go. So I hope that clears that up. And yeah, it's just going to get really interesting because we're going to get into chapter 8 next time, and that's going to be the blowing of the trumpets. Join me, won't you? It's going to be it's going to be a blast. Oh, that's terrible.
Hi, Trucker Ray. It's Angela Smith here from Australia. You know me as Keith's daughter 777. God bless you. Take care. Bye for now.
Well, we're almost at where I'm supposed to be doing my delivery. And these are very, very tight, narrow roads. And if I make a wrong turn, I'm hooped. This guy doesn't look like he knows where he's going either. Attaboy, you turn in there. I just had to make a turn over here, and man, I'm glad I straddled 3 lanes to get around it, man. That would have been just a nightmare. And because I looked on Google Earth, and I'll say it a million times, I recognize this yard right here, this Transex yard. It's either a Transex yard or it is a drop yard for them. And there is the Heinz and Kraft right in front of me. Now, this sign says no parking. I don't even know what that says. I don't speak French, so I don't know what that says. So, I'm not entirely sure how long I can even sit here and park. So, I might just park it, go up and talk to the guard. I did notice that I could park along the side of the road here, but I don't know what that sign is telling me there. I have no clue. SAM, I don't know what that means. Oh well. Or it's maybe saying Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. I don't know. If anybody comes over, sorry, I don't speak French. But we found where we're looking for, and that is straight ahead. Probably, well, I'm just happy I made it here. Well, there's a sign right there that says no parking. I'm not even allowed to park there. So the worst they could do is get me to park alongside of the building here until my load is ready. I don't know how strict they are around here when it comes to parking, so I'm not even going to risk it. So I'll go up to these guards here and hopefully they'll just tell me to go somewhere and they'll let me in early. Wouldn't that be nice? Only got one copy of my bill of lading. That's kind of silly. I don't even have a copy for myself. They're going to have to photocopy it. Oh well, we'll see what happens. Well, my friends, we are all done here. And we're gonna get stuck in a lot of ugly traffic, which is out of my control. Completely out of my control. Just happen to be fortunate enough to do this delivery. Is that a stop sign there or what? What's going on there? I can't even see a stop sign there. Oh, I guess there is one there. Someone must have ripped it down because I don't see one there. Yep, I am going to get stuck in the middle of a lot of rush hour traffic coming out of Quebec, or Montreal rather. We are in Quebec. Yeah, so I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to see much of the city. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But they unloaded me early. So that was nice. I was able to get out of there. Ooh, it says I can do 40 here too. Oh, maybe I will do 40 here. 40. Can I go that way? It says I can go 15 that way and 40 that way. 40 is what I want. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I gotta take Highway 40, and that is right in the middle of all of it. Right in the middle of all the traffic. But there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do at all. And there's a Flying J. I can top my fuel up along 40, and then make my way to this place tonight where I'm gonna be parking it. It's kind of funny. That's Kraft Heinz plant over here. I could smell Kraft dinner when I was over there. I thought that was kind of funny. I think they're making the noodles or something, or preparing it or whatever. I don't know. But I could smell Kraft dinner when I was sitting over there. I just thought that was kind of funny. Yeah. Okay, we got a flashing light here. What does that mean? Everybody's going, so I'm assuming I can go. That's kind of strange. Usually we get an arrow for that. Thank you for backing up. I appreciate that. Things are different out here. That's for sure. Well, we're going to get, like I said, we're going to get stuck in a lot of traffic, so we might as well just try to just deal with it and just get as close as we can to where we're going. into Quebec City, which is all construction. You guys remember the last time I came through here, that's all it was just nothing but construction everywhere. But we are going to be heading in a different direction. We're going to be going east. Yeah, these lanes are incredibly narrow. It's not going to let me turn here. Oh, this is not good. This is the turn I need. You got to be kidding me. Great. I don't know if I'm taking the wrong one here. Oh boy, I hope this is the detour. I got a feeling it is. At least I hope it is. Man, I tell you, man, with all the construction that you see in Montreal and here, it's like they're rebuilding the entire province at the same time. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. Well, we got about 26 minutes left, about 23 miles left until we get to where we're heading for the day, for the night. And then we can finally relax and have a bite to eat.
Yeah, I showed up here last night, about 7 or 8. I had a feeling this was not going to be fun because it's a one-way street, well, at least with the barrier, and a blind side back in. And it would not have been fun trying to do that with the amount of traffic that's out this morning.
Just waiting for these guys to finish loading up the last few drums on my trailer, and we'll be on our way back to Winnipeg. It's going to be nice because it's going to be a very, very light load, so if it's not very windy, which I don't think it will be, I'll be having no issues going up and down hills. And this time I think I will take Highway 17. Yes, there's more hills, but I'm lighter, and you're going through a whole lot less towns. And there's a lot of bees floating around here, and I think there's going to be a lot of them in my trailer. So I'll be bringing back to Winnipeg a lot of French Canadian bees. But there's a good sized population in Winnipeg that speak French, so I think they'll feel right at home. Yes. We're done here. We are just under 2 hours to get loaded up, and we have about 11,000 pounds on board, and that's about it.
11,000 pounds of empty drums and probably about 100 bees. They did not want to leave the trailer. So they're on their way to Winnipeg. Unless there's some little holes up somewhere where they can get out, I don't know. So I think there's a turnaround route up here. But you know what? When I came through here last night, I noticed that they have a really beautiful waterfall. It's on this side. So it's going to be that way. I don't know if we'll get a chance to see it. But yeah, it looked pretty amazing. I'm looking forward to seeing that. See, you can't turn around here. But they do have a turnaround route up here somewhere. Oh, there's a roundabout right there. I could have used that. That's okay. I'm all right. So we have 1,600 miles to go, and we'll be in Winnipeg. Yeah. You know what I find fascinating? I normally say when you're in Quebec, you feel like you're in a different country because not too many people want to speak English. Not a lot of them speak English. But when you look at some of the structures out here, the history, the way they live out here, it is like being in a totally different country. It really is. I'm noticing some of the houses here are a lot different than what I'm used to looking at. Well, I'm just about done for the day. It's still relatively early, I guess, but I started my day at 8 o'clock. I'm tired, I'm hungry, and I don't have to be in Winnipeg until 8 o'clock on the 27th, so if I get some decent driving in tomorrow and Thursday, I think Thursday. What is today? I don't even know what day it is today. I think it's Wednesday today. Thursday, yeah, I'll get there Friday. Yeah, Friday I'll get there. There's supposed to be a truck stop right over here, so that's where I'm going to stop. and call it a night. I don't like driving when it gets dark up here, as you guys know, without a protection of a moose bumper. You might as well you're open game. Anyway, I think this is the truck stop here. Nice, huge, big lot here by the looks of it. Massive lot. Let's see here. It looks like they got a 24-hour store here, which is nice. Yeah, good sized lot. I'm just gonna go up here, crack a nut, and park it right there in that spot. But you know what? Today was just monotonous. That slowdown that I was dealing with in Montreal. That was construction. It was construction. It wasn't even rush hour traffic. Nice, eh? Yeah, so anyway. Looking forward to my drive tomorrow, I am. I also got some news too that it's they're getting weather forecasts for snow up in BC and Alberta already. Like that, eh? It's coming. They said they're going to get a little bit of winter weather. Oop, here comes a lot of rain all of a sudden. Which way is that going? That wind is coming this way. Oh, good. Get my windows nice and clean. Look at this come down. And it's blowing pretty good too. That's a good thing I'm slowing down. I'm stopping for the night. I certainly don't need any nasty wind blowing me all over the place when I don't have any weight. Anyway, my friends, I am tired and I'm hungry. I'll see you in the morning. Good night. Good morning. Yeah, I'm leaving a little bit later than I normally do. And that's because I wanted to make sure I didn't get caught in all that traffic in North Bay. When I came through there on the way to Montreal, I seen a lineup like crazy going all the way up the road, and I'm like, oh my gosh, they actually have rush hour out here. So I wanted to make sure by the time I got there, it's going to be about 9:30. So that'll be okay. I should be okay. And instead of doing 11, I'm going to be taking 17 towards Sudbury. And I'll have a nice, beautiful view of the Great Lakes, Lake Superior. I love driving along that lake. It's such a beautiful run. It looks like it's a little overcast today, but that's all right. We are looking forward to some good miles in today. Well, hello my friends. We've tagged this extra coverage on the end of the video because I wasn't supposed to be recording this. On my way home to do a reset. Well, I just got off of a reset, but I'm going home to spend a few days at home just to get out of this truck. I've been in this truck almost over a month. By the time I get home, it'll be that way. It'll be over a month. So, the reason why I'm showing you this coverage, extra coverage, it's because there's a bad storm that's making its way through Idaho, Montana, southern Alberta, southern Saskatchewan as well. Bad weather, snow, ice, you name it. And if it's the first snow of the year, you know me, I gotta cover it. So that's why you're getting this extra coverage right now. I checked the weather forecast in Regina, and they're getting freezing rain, and that's never a good thing. So I really don't know how far I'll get tonight, because I'm gonna be driving right into the middle of it. Right into it. So, and I think it's amazing. I mean, it is September, we're almost at the end of the month, and we're not even into October, and we're already getting winter weather. So, what do you do, right? What do you do? That's what this job is all about. If you don't like the weather up here in Canada, stick around for 5 minutes. As you can see, it's started to come down pretty good now. I don't know how long I'll be able to drive in this, because I've got snow building up on top of my wiper blades, and you can't just stop on the side of the road here and knock it off, because you got people behind you, and the visibility isn't all that great. And it doesn't help either when the wind is blowing that hard. It's blowing pretty hard. Fortunately, it's not building up on the road very much. Temperature is about 1 degree, so it's just a visibility issue right now, and the snow collecting so much on the wipers. Yeah. My official run through the first snowfall for me. Well, you can clearly tell that they don't believe in snowplows around here. They haven't even plowed the road. Man, had to drop it down to 80 kilometers an hour. A lot of slush. All they gotta do is run a plow through here. Yeah, everyone's going pretty slow. Vehicle up ahead here. I don't know what he's doing. Can't even see if he's got lights on. Probably can't even see his lights, because there's probably snow on his tail lights. Man, But we're on Highway 1. Not too many opportunities to do that. So far, so good. These tires seem to be doing a good job. These are Michelins. Cutting through the snow pretty good. Oh, we got a train of vehicles ahead of me here. Yeah. Man, these wipers, man. I know you guys can see out there fine, but it's always this side that always ends up getting clogged up. Only got one little spot I can see through, and that's it. I'll tell you one thing, the next opportunity I have to pull over, I am. Yeah, this is just not very safe to be driving through this. Especially when you can't even see out your windshield. Trying to find out how many cars are in front of here. I don't want to go by these guys too fast anyway, because you end up splashing them with a whole bunch of slush. There's always the potential of putting someone in the ditch, and you don't want to do that. Snow off my wipers. Got ice all over them. Jeez. See if I can heat up my windshield a little bit better with my defrost, and maybe it'll melt, get the windshield a little warmer. What on earth is going on here? My lane is disappearing. That's not good. No, it's actually better to drive on it like this. Then you're not in the slush. It's just all snow. Well, I'm not going to be a hero. We got several trucks ahead of us by the looks of it, and they're pretty well clearing a lane here. So, not gonna get anywhere today, not with this weather like this. Next place I pull over, that'll be the end of my day. Well, I'll tell you something. This weather has been stupid. And there's no snowplows anywhere. I seen one, and that was about 5 minutes ago, going the other way. But I'm like pretty close to the downtown area of Swift Current. It's ridiculous. It's like a whiteout here almost. The Walmart is over here. You can't even see it. So I'm kind of wondering if there's even any parking where I'm going to stop, which is going to be at the Husky. Because I'm stopping, I'm not going any further. It's just not safe. It's not safe at all. So I'm going to stop at the Husky. Yeah, my favorite place. Bet you they still haven't cleaned that bathroom. Ah, man. Look at this. This is the center of town almost. And they have done nothing to plow these roads. Can you believe that? That's unreal. Really unbelievable. Oh my gosh. I gotta make sure I don't miss my turn. 11th Avenue is what I want, but I can't see the exit signs because they're covered in snow. Jeez. This is nuts. Well, I hope there's some parking at that Husky. If not, I'm parking it on the side of the road. I don't care. It's not worth the risk. There's the Tims. Apparently there's a big parking lot. No, I see it. There it is right there. But I can't get to it because the service road on here was back there. Oh well. Unbelievable. Last time they had a snowstorm out here when I stayed out here, and that's when I was with J&R Hall, I believe. This is exit 40. This isn't the one I want. Even the exits you were sliding around, they don't plow anything around here, apparently. So I think the exit I want is the next one. Yeah, I tried to pass a few vehicles when I was driving along that highway, or along this highway, and my traction control was going nuts. I was sliding. I'm like, oh my goodness. There's absolutely no way I would attempt to even get the Lethbridge tonight. It's too slippery. I was going to try to shoot for Tabor. Now, this is as far as I'm going. And another thing that I like to do, I like to drive in manual mode because there's a couple hills I was going down, and if you're in automatic mode, those things are going to change gears on you. Okay, I am going to be very cautious here. I don't know how slippery this is going to be. And I have my Jake on 1, and that's why I'm in manual mode. So far, these tires have been pretty good today. Boy, I was really hoping my first bit of snow was going to be something nice to look at. Oh boy, now I'm sliding. Come on, baby, don't slide, don't slide. Pump the brakes, pump the brakes. Yeah, don't lock up your brakes, whatever you do. Oh, jeez. Nicely paved. Look at this, nicely plowed roads. Oh my gosh. Terrible. So the Husky I want to go to is up here, and I'm just kind of curious if there's going to be any parking there. I guess that looks like the city. Look at this road. It's not even plowed. Not even plowed at all. Like, what are they? There's the plows. And they got snow all over them. Jeez. Way to go, Swift Cart. Yeah. I don't know what they're plowing, but it ain't anything around here. That's so hilarious. The plows over there have snow covered all over them. Oh, that's ridiculous. Well, looks like that part of the Husky is full. I wonder what the rest of the parking lot looks like. Maybe I was the only one dumb enough to be on the highway, but now there's a few other guys. Oh, there's lots of room in here. Okay, cool. Oh, there's plenty. plenty. Okay. I'm just glad I made it here safely. There was a couple times I was a bit concerned that I was going to end up having a problem. That's one of our trucks. I noticed it because I seen the trailer with the, I don't know if I should just park it over there. Yeah, you know what? I think I'll do that. That's what this is. All this area right here is the parking area. Yeah. Well, this is what I thought we would end up running into, my friends. So you get the chance to experience the first winter, or the first bit of snow for me this winter. Well, can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to getting home. Spent a few days out of this truck. A few things I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get some new clothes. Maybe a couple more hoodies. Something different. This one has done me well, but it's the only one I have, and I wear something else underneath. But it makes it look like this is the only clothes I have. And I do wash it regularly, so don't worry. Looks like the road conditions are a lot better. The temperatures are really warmed up. Now, I want to make one thing very clear, my dear friends. And I say this for your own protection. Those of you that have been watching my videos know that I have visited this truck stop, if you want to call it, Husky Cardlock, Esco, I don't think it's, yeah, well, anyway, they've got a 24-hour food store and a restaurant in here. And I was in here before, and I was telling you guys that they just don't clean the bathrooms in here, and they don't clean anything. I have not been here in over a year. I think it's been longer. And the bathrooms are worse. They still have not been cleaned. You can still see the same areas where they have not been washed. Very, very, very unsanitary, very scary. I'm not kidding you. It's really bad in there now. And this morning I went in to get some hot water, and I walked over to their coffee counter, and it is absolutely horrendously filthy. Half the condiments are missing. The walls look dirty. The floor looks dirty. They just simply do not clean this place. So the only reason why I'm saying this is if you're coming through Swift Current, if you even have to stop here for whatever reason it is, be careful. Wash your hands when you leave the store, not when you go into it, when you leave it. Make sure you go into the bathroom and give yourself a good scrub. Don't touch any of the handles, and it's terrible. You can get sick, and they got a restaurant in here. My gosh, can you believe? I think I've heard stories that people have gotten sick in this restaurant, and I wonder why. So, hey, I'm not saying this to complain, because most of Canadian truck stops are like this that are run these Essos and these Huskies. The Flying J's, some of them are really good, and some of the Petro Passes are really good. But be very careful when you come to this one specifically, because it is filthy, and they do not clean it. They absolutely do not clean it. And there's no way I would eat anything in that restaurant. If I was hungry and I hadn't eaten for 3 days, I'd walk to a corner store and get a bag of chips. There's no way I would order food in here. So there you go. And I won't talk about this place anymore, because it ain't never gonna change. It's never gonna change. It's scary. Well, I don't know what the weather's gonna be like on the way to Lethbridge. I don't know if we're gonna run into more snow. But I'm just hoping we can get out of this system and get back on our way home. But we got to stop and do a delivery in Lethbridge, and then probably go to Kenworth and get the truck looked at to find out why I'm getting these transmission faults. And we'll go from there. Friends, we are in Lethbridge, and I was just attempting to deliver this load till I realized I'm not going to be delivering anything today because not even their employees can get into their building. They've literally shut it down. Can you believe it? So now I got to find a way out of here, and hopefully I don't get stuck. The roads are just horrendous. They've done nothing to plow these roads. The reason why you can even get through here right now is because you've got a few people riding around in their four-wheel drives chewing up the road, as you can see. I'm glad I have a little bit of weight on me here and some decent Michelin tires, because if I had that other truck, that International, I'd be putting chains on right now. Just ridiculous. So I'm going to try to get off of this road here because it's going to be a real ugly mess. Look at this. Look at this road here. This is not even plowed. Not even plowed. I'm not even going to stop here. I know it's a yield, but I can't stop. Ugh. Then again, I've locked all my axles too, so that'll help. Wow, first snowfall of the year, and it shuts everybody down in Alberta and Saskatchewan. I don't know what's wrong. People did not prepare for this. I mean, we knew the storm was coming 3 days in advance. Just ridiculous. My dispatcher is not going to be happy when he hears that. I wonder what he's going to get me to do, because they're not going to have anything available until tomorrow. Oh man, I really hope I can make this corner up here. I just hope there's no other truck coming the other way. Come on, baby. Can't afford to get stuck. Come on. Alright, so far so good. This is insane weather, man. Oh, see, here comes the truck coming down here now. Well, sorry, bud, I'm not moving over. You're gonna have to. I got nowhere to go. Yeah, thanks for waving back. He's too busy talking on his phone. I'm at this UFA over here in Lethbridge. As you can see, they're working on trying to get this done too. So I'm gonna give my dispatch a call and see what he wants me to do. I'm really hoping I don't have to sit here all day. I may have to though, because they're not gonna have that place open until tomorrow.